This year, we have a distinguished winner in the social excellence category, and that is Ramakrishnan Sreenivasan, fondly known as Ramki. Ramki has posthumously been selected to be distinctly featured at the SPJIMR Alumni Awards 2023 in the social excellence category. His wife Swarna ma'am and his brother Swami sir would be receiving the award on his behalf. Celebrating the legacy of Ramki, a stellar 1995 PGDM alumnus and co-founder of Conservation India, Ramki's profound commitment to environmental causes left an indelible mark, notably halting Amur falcon hunting in Nagaland through a transformative campaign, heralding him as a guardian of wildlife. As an advisor and investor at Wildermart, he championed sustainability in Bangalore's grocery sector, reflecting his vision for a cleaner planet. His tireless efforts in impactful campaigns, including Flamingo City and the Great Indian Bustard in Rajasthan, showcased his unwavering dedication to biodiversity preservation. Unfortunately, we lost him last year in December 2022, and today his wife and brother are here to receive the award on his behalf. May I request our Dean Dr. Varun Nagraj, Professor Tanur Kumar Mishram to please do the honours, and Swarna ma'am and Swami sir, please be on stage for this year.
After this, it's just not easy, I can tell you that. Thank you. Thank you, batchmates, for nominating him. But more than that, thank you for giving him the 2 best years of his life. And lovely, long, lifelong memories and lifelong friendships that you all gave him. Thank you so much. And, to sum up Ramki in 2-3 minutes is not, it's not at all easy. But just to give you a glimpse, I'm sure all his batchmates will vouch for this really mischievous, somebody used the word mischievous, very super chilled, extremely fun-loving, youngest of the batch there, and didn't care a damn about the world outside and had all the fun. And 2 years later, after SP Jain, he morphed into this super hardworking, extremely unabashedly authentic, and acutely, aware of his sense of purpose, and went on to becoming this very organized, planning and goal-setting kind of a person. And what really came through when you saw him in all of this is that he was just himself, and he knew what he wanted to do when he came out of SP Jain. So SP Jain, thank you so much for grooming him and, getting him out there to reach the sky, both in business and in life. He went on to found 2, companies, both which were very, very well ahead of its times. And after exiting the second one, he decided that he needs to just do the journey of his life's calling, which was wildlife conservation. He was an avid birder when he was in school and went on to becoming a very pioneering bird photographer who had actually photo-documented over 1,000 species of birds out of the 1,250 that we have in India. So he's gone into every jungle possible in India. And those were the holidays we took. And then the pivot was when he saw some of these birds for probably the first time in his life, and then he thought, this could be my last. What happens with this biodiversity, this jungle, this grassland is not there, in a few years from now. And that's when he knew that he needs to actually do something about this and not just take pictures. And then his label has ever since been go beyond the pretty picture, So Ramki then founded Conservation India, which is even today India's probably the largest and the only go-to platform for wildlife conservation. It has news, it has topics, it has discussions, opinions, case studies, anything to do with wildlife conservation. And it brought together a whole lot of expertise in this field, where, by the way, they're mostly research work. and a lot of field work. So which means you're getting a lot of scientists and people on the field together to talk the same language, which is not very easy. And he got together so many of them, and it was a completely volunteer-driven institute or organization or initiative that you can call. And he led over 25 plus campaigns, relentless campaigns, which he took on. You know, some of them were against the government. And one of the most popular ones, of course, was mentioned here is the success story of the Amur falcons. These are little birds that come all the way from China, rest just for 2 weeks in India, and they go down to South Africa for their wintering grounds. And the first time he went there on a bird survey, he realized there was a massive amount of hunting that was happening. The locals who were fishermen were actually poaching the birds for not pot, but for a lot of commerce. That's when they did the math and they realized in less than 3 years, none of these birds would be there alive. And they went into an extremely intensive campaign which brought in not only just the forest department people, the government, the officials, but also a lot of locals, you know, the church, the opinion leaders, the chieftains there, and the school kids. So he got all of them together, and it just took them 1 year of concerted, intensive work. By 2013, it was a complete turnaround. This whole place, which was into killing, had become the protector of the species. And in 2013, we realized it was a huge success that has happened. Coincidentally, it's 10 years of Amur falcon story today, and all of Nagaland is actually celebrating this, and Ramki was remembered even last month. So that's him in a nutshell, but I can tell you that the work has to go on, because this is work that is far, far greater than the person. Right, so here we are, Swami and I, we're hoping to do that. We don't know if it'll be in that scale that he started off, or in the pace that he can, because he was so, he had blinders, you know, he would do nothing else but that. But he had varied interests. So he was into yoga, he loved the Vedas, he was greatly into reading. So he had all his interests, but he was definitely, the calling was wildlife conservation. And we are hoping that we can take the baton and we can do something for India's wildlife. Thank you so much, Varun. Thank you so much, all the professors, for grooming him to be what he was. And most importantly, I think it is professors like Natarajan, Natu, who saw that streak of, you know, brilliance in him and actually got him into SPJIMR. And after that, we all know what the story is. Thank you so much for this from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Thank you.